All right, guys, it's Russell back again. I'm talking to Josh about Simba stocks, an alert service that I didn't know anything about until Josh brought it to my attention a few months ago. Um, I think it's definitely an interesting service, and I've been thinking about joining for a while, and I want to talk to Josh a bit more about his experience. I think he's a huge fan of this service, and I think it'll be good to talk to a real subscriber rather than me just reviewing what's already out there. So, yeah, let's get started. Josh, how long have you been a member of Simba Stocks?
Hey Russ, I've been a member now for about two, three. What month are we in? February, so a little
Yeah,
over 3 months now. I've been a member of Simber Stocks.
sweet. Yeah, and how did you find them? Did you see an ad for them or like Google?
Uh,
Mhm.
well, to make a long story short, when the issues started happening with Raging Bull end of last year, I was on the hunt for another reliable alert service with some education behind it.
Mhm.
And one thing led to another, and I finally stumbled upon the owner, Brett, of Simba Stocks, and he said, "Check out my site, which is what you're on now." And
Yeah,
I joined, and it's definitely been one of the best decisions I've made from an
nice.
alert service.
And I think that's one of the awesome things about like doing these, Facebook group that I run and stuff is you get to be introduced to all these other services and you meet friends like yourself and then they find stuff and then you swap ideas and stories and stuff. So I'm fascinated about pretty much everyone I come across. Simba looks pretty good to me so far. What's Brett's backstory though? Like who is Brett? I always like to know like who these people are, like because it matters, right?
Yeah.
You got to know at least a little bit. Like, are they some 19-year-old that's just popped up and started a trading room as a total scam, or is it somebody who has some credibility? So there's not a lot on his website about who he is, and I guess you've talked to him a bit inside the membership site and stuff. So just
Yeah,
curious, like what some details about who Simba actually is.
sure. So, yes, I've fortunately had the opportunity to chat with him a little bit, listen to his story a little bit. My understanding is Brett's been trading for a couple of years.
Yeah,
He was selling insurance prior to trading, or he was doing both at the same time, something along those lines. And he found that he this was a good skill for him,
yeah,
and he could master it pretty well and be successful at it. And just like everybody else, he's been very transparent that he's blown up his account on several occasions in the beginning, but that led him to found Simba Stocks, which is where we're at now, and offer a successful alert service and education for members, which
it's
is
pretty
why I
pretty
joined.
cool. Yeah, and I mean that's a typical story from people I see that do well in trading. They blow up their accounts a couple of times. They learn from their mistakes, hopefully, and then if they make it through that, it's like they can become really good traders. And
Yeah,
it always makes me think of that quote where the strongest trees grow on the strongest winds, right? You have to go
yeah,
through all that nonsense before you can actually come out the other side. And I've seen several people just in the Facebook group and in the Discord where they've had exactly the same experience where they've blown their accounts and then slowly ground their way back to actually having a decent strategy. So the fact he's blown up accounts is totally normal from what I've
yeah.
seen. So yeah,
Makes me
I
feel
know.
better.
Yeah, totally. So his name's Brett Simba, right? And
Simbakov, I believe is his full last name.
is it all right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
had no idea. So I'm looking at his website now, and so the service that you're in, is it just one service that includes like scalping, day trading, swing trading, and position trading, or is it split up into different services?
So the cool thing is that the service, which is a monthly, it includes everything that you're seeing in front of you, Russ. So to add a little bit more to the service, I believe, and I'm not exactly sure, but I believe there are over 12 to 16 admins or team members that all work together on different services that are offered when you join Simba. So it's not just Brett making alerts. He's got a really talented team that's alerting and training and helping out members along the way. So when you join, you get access to scalping, so quick trades and there's day trades and swing and long-term trades. They've even introduced some crypto alerts now
That's cool.
in their service. Yeah. So when you join, everything you see in front of you, as you were saying, is included. So
Hmm.
I don't just get one and then have to pay for something else. Everything you see in front of you
That's
is
cool.
included.
Does he send out alerts like via just the chat room or text or email or all three kind of thing?
They actually use Slack, which
All right.
I
Yeah.
find to be really interesting
Yeah.
because they have threads.
Yeah.
But each alert service, to help answer the question, is in a separate channel.
Yeah.
And the admin posting is super clear. It's the stock, the ticker. If it's an option, it's primarily options, and the strike date and what they're getting it for, and then you get in if you want to and
Nice. And
follow along.
so, how long did you say you've been trading them, and what's been your like success rate with some of these things?
I joined, I'm pretty sure, end of November,
Okay,
and
so a few months. So that's good.
a few months. And let's exclude last week if we can.
Yeah, we'll pretend last week didn't happen to any of
Never
us. So,
happened.
yeah.
But I closed not this Friday, the Friday before that at a 103%
Nice. All right, so that's over that
improvement.
time period. That's pretty good. This is the
Yeah.
best time of year for trading, usually, is
Oh
what
yeah.
I found. But still, that's pretty damn impressive. So, so what trades are you doing in particular? Are you taking as like swing trades, or what's the sort of idea behind your strategy within his strategy?
Well, there's a lot of different guys to follow in there, so it's good to find the ones that you feel comfortable trading. They all have different styles. Um, but I do take a couple of their swing trades, and their swing trades could last a couple of weeks to even a couple of months, so you kind of forget about them.
Hmm.
And then I try to take the day trades when possible that
Yeah,
they have a lot of energy behind them. So just simply because I don't have so much time during the day. But the
yeah,
admin says like, get in now, hurry up, get
yeah,
in. So
yeah.
all right, I'll drop everything I'm doing and I'll get in as soon as I can to join in.
And are these all options trades? I think you said they were mainly
Yeah,
options,
so
right?
they do alert some stocks. 90% of what they're alerting are options. They do have a long-term investment portfolio where there are members that have actually built up their IRAs and
Yep.
401s following along to the letter their
Hmm.
long-term investment alerts.
Okay, cool. So sounds like there's something for everybody throughout the service, and
Yeah,
just kind of looking at the membership packages at the moment. So it looks like there's quite a few, like 6 different things.
yeah,
So it's relatively expensive. This it looks like the advanced program's the most popular, it says, and it's $200 a month. Training and access to group chat includes signals for exact entries and exits for stocks, futures, crypto, and options. Let's see. So that sounds cool. 7-day trials, $50 by the looks of it.
yeah.
Again, that feels a little steep, but if it's a high quality service, then that's worth it, obviously. Professional program, 449 per month, includes access to private channel with admins. Which one are you in? Are you in the advanced program, most
I'm in the
popular
advanced
package?
program. Yeah, I'm
The
in the
the
advanced program.
yeah, the 199. So you don't have access to the admins. It sounds like from that, right? Which
You do have
um,
general access to
hmm
the admins, but they
oh,
do
not
have a
private. Yeah.
separate channel where you do have just you and the admins for
Okay.
extra education and questions
Yeah.
and other
And
stuff.
that's like double the price, but if it could be worth it for some people looking at this. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
especially anyone that really wants to make this like their living or really learn this stuff, then
yeah.
it's worth it.
And then it looks like they have a lifetime program for $4,000, which a lot of these places offer kind of
Yeah.
large amount, but like that's all you pay. Just don't do it with somewhere like Raging Bull that then immediately shuts down after you spend 20 grand on a lead or something.
Oh my
That's
God.
always a worry, right? Like, I
Yes.
mean, it's probably not going to happen to most of these trading groups. So,
No, I don't think so.
one-on-one training session for $300, 3 sessions at 45 minutes each. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But the last thing I wanted to talk to you about really on this is this auto trader, because I remember you mentioned it to me several times. We've talked about it quite a bit. about this thing, because I've always been kind of skeptical of trading like these auto trader things where you basically have them trade your account but remotely kind of thing. Can you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit? Because I know you're doing that, and it
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
awesome to me. And you've had a couple of months experience with that, right? And you seem to be loving it. So
Yeah,
if you could just finish off this discussion with just a little bit about the auto trader experience,
sure.
because sounds cool. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a well worth investment. The really, really, really neat thing about this is that the funds are in your account. It's not in Brett's or Simba's account, so
yeah,
it's your account, and your
yeah.
account is pegged to his trading account.
So
So
cool.
it's so cool because what happens, Russ, is as soon as he makes a trade, your broker makes the same trade within seconds of what he did.
It's awesome.
And
Like I've never been a part of anything like that. It's just so cool.
it's really cool. And it eliminates the need to be around the alert service. Oh, did I miss something? It's completely passive. Profits are allowed to be taken out at the end of the month, which is really cool. So just lets it sit for the month. It's traded on your behalf. And um, it works. I mean, I've been very impressed so far, and I think that the risk for something like this is quite minimal.
Yeah.
It takes all the questions out of the air, like should I take this trade? Should I not take this trade?
Well, it's
Um,
passive income, right? As opposed
it's
to like
passive.
staring at your screen, trading like mad, and not doing as good a job as somebody like Brett
Yes,
could do. So I love it, and it's something definitely looking at to going forward. So I know you've been at it like a month or two now, and I think you
yes,
said you were up like 10% or some close to that.
yeah. A
Um,
little over about 15. Well, excluding
yeah.
last week, it was
Right,
over
right. Well, that's a drawback.
15%.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but I have spoken with other members that have been in the program longer than me, and everyone loves the returns and
nice.
trusts what he's doing. So it's a great, as you said, Russ, a great passive income
Yeah,
opportunity.
and that's always the dream, right? The passive income. So
Yeah,
yes, I think I'll definitely give it a try because the auto trader thing, because just you can't go wrong, right? As long as you can talk to people that have tested this and stuff. I mean, it's such a cool idea, and I think it's something that I'll definitely be interested in going forward. So I think that's about all I have to ask you about Simba stocks. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
not too much other than it's a well, in my opinion, from being in the program for a little bit now. They're great guys. They want to see everybody succeed. There is an educational program included with your membership that um, they're about to revamp or relaunch entirely. So hours and hours of learning opportunity, and all of their trades are transparent. So
Yeah,
including the order trader. So the cool thing is you see the trade history that were taken. So you see what's going on. You see how the trades were, what worked, what didn't work, what your return is at that moment, and the same thing is for just the regular alerts that are in the advanced program. So I think it's
perfect.
great, and I would encourage anyone to definitely
Give it a
sign up.
try. All right, that sounds fantastic. And so thanks
Cool.
very much for sharing your views on that. And I think I'll put a link in the description below to the review that you wrote up earlier about Simba stock. So people that want to have more information can go there. And also a link to the Facebook group that we're both in, that where we talk about all this kind of stuff with Simba stocks to Raging Bull to any of these services, where people that are looking at these things can come and talk to us a bit more and talk to other members of different stock alert services where we can have that open transparent conversation. So thanks so much for giving us this brief overview,
Sure.
Josh, and
Thanks, Russ.
I think going forward we'll probably do a few more of these, because it's fantastic just getting somebody who's in a lot of these services, because I can't do everything. I can't be in every service, reviewing them all. So this idea of finding people like you who are in a lot of these and testing them out, giving us some reviews is just fantastic. So
My pleasure.
yeah, thanks very much, and I will catch up with you in our Discord group coming up in the next week. So thanks
Great.
again.
Thanks, Russ.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.